Everybody, buenos dias. How are you feeling this morning? How did you wake up? Hopefully you're well rested after a lovely night of sleep and you are slowly in a yin mode, starting a cycle of a new day, a new morning. I am watching the sunrise here in Jeffreys Bay in South Africa. I've got my painting clothes on. I'm ready to go start my next mural, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be my first mural on the African continent. And this has been a goal of mine for a very, very long time. And so it feels like so surreal to be sitting here in this incredible place, watching the sunrise, going to go and paint a mural in a country that I've wanted to visit my entire life. Like, life really is art at the moment. I'm feeling very, very grateful this morning. Hopefully you are as well, as you're waking up slowly, checking in with yourself, finding a nice quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so, this little 1% of your day that you've committed to for 168 days now. So find that place, grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with. Open up your book to page 168. Today, according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Dao, day 168, our word for today is sage. So let's see what this little book of wisdom has to say for us on that topic this morning. Take a nice deep breath in, with a long exhale out. Take a few moments to observe what's happening around you if you're outside in the natural world like I am, watching the sunrise, listening to the ocean, listening to the birds, feeling the wind, being here and now and present. And let's start reading together. Day 168. Our word is sage. Ancient sages lived in forests and wandered from village to village, sharing openly, teaching the people, without profit or ownership. There were more holy aspirants in ancient times. These men and women cultivated themselves in the mountains or wandered among forests and streams. When they came to a village and saw that they had some knowledge that could be imparted to the people, they did so openly. Once they taught what was necessary, they disappeared, knowing that others would follow behind them. They did not establish religions, schools, temples, or philosophies bearing their names. They knew knowledge did not belong to anyone. It could not be owned, parceled out for profit, or withheld selfishly. Nowadays, many people regard knowledge as a mere commodity to be packaged, marketed, and sold. Their interest is not in benefit for other souls, but for their own pocketbooks. For example, one contemporary master requires 1,000 ounces of gold before he will teach a single technique. We live in a world where the selfless sharing of knowledge is no longer a virtue. The more knowledge that you give away, the more will come to you. I love that. The more knowledge you give away, the more will come to you. So think about that. It's a cycle, right? It's a yin and a yang cycle. It's a balance and it's reciprocity. That's the thing. You give it away, it's going to come back to you. Give it away, it's going to come back to you, just like following that cycle. The more you hoard, the less you will accumulate. Be compassionate to others. What do you have to fear by being open? Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful passage and a beautiful sentiment to start this day. What do you have to fear by being open? Be compassionate. These are wonderful teachings of the Tao, not just for this morning, but for every single day. The more you give away, the more will come to you. And that's why people that have a hoarding mentality and don't want to share and don't want to be open and they keep things and they hoard it and they stick to themselves, it ends up, not being reciprocal. Whereas if you share your knowledge, if you're free with your knowledge, if you're open, if you're compassionate to others, it's going to have that reciprocity. It's going to have that cycle. It's going to have that yin and the yang. It's going to be the give and the take, which is what we need in life to have balance. We can't just be taking and hoarding and keeping it all to ourselves. You need to give and you need to take. You need to give and you need to take. And you also need to remember that there's going to be times of your life, because everything in life is a cycle, where perhaps you have more than enough. You're in the flow of abundance. You've got plenty to give. So those are the times to be generous. And then as the cycle of life turns, maybe you go through hard times, and then you're going to be in a position where you might need to take. And those, people that you were very, very generous with are probably going to remember you in those times. And it's going to be that give and take of any relationship. If you look after people when you're in abundance, and not just with any, thought of an outcome or planning for the future, like, oh, if I do this for me, then they've got to do something for you. No, not in that way. But the more you give to people, especially when you're in an abundant place, the more it's going to come back to you. And it doesn't just have to be about money or material things. As it says here, what do you have to lose by being open? What do you have to lose by being compassionate? We're all human beings on this planet, making our way in our own unique way, figuring things out. And so the more generous you can be, the more open you can be, the more give and take that you do, the more balance, the more cycle, all of these Taoist things that we've been learning about, the more you can incorporate those into your way of being, the more fruitful and positive and happy your life is going to be. So what a beautiful passage to start this day. I invite you to reread it in your own time. I hope you have a wonderful creative project to go and get started on like I do this morning. Thank you so much for being here every morning, and on this morning, the 168th day of the year, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye. I'm going to show you the sunrise. It's so beautiful. Look at this. What an amazing way to start the day. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are. Good morning from Jeffrey.